Was there anything specific about the Service Bureau Accelerator, like about our program, that made you decide to move forward? Like, was there anything specific that you can recall, or was it kind of just the deal just that we had available?
No renewal fees.
No
And
renewal fees.
and I do the same thing with the software. No renewal fees. You pay a one-time fee, and here you are.
Welcome to the Service Bureau Accelerator podcast, where we help tax professionals start and scale a successful service bureau.
Go ahead, Ross. Kick it off, buddy.
I'll kick it off. So yeah, welcome, Daphne. Thanks for jumping in with us. So this call is it's really just kind of like a quick interview, just to hear more about kind of like your story, why you started with our program, where you're at, where you are now, and where you're looking to go, really. And that's it. Just kind of do a little breakdown, tell us your story, share, all the little fun, exciting details in between and everything like that. So that's really the purpose of this, just to kind of hear a little bit more about your story. And we'll just kind of got a handful of questions we'll throw at you. But if you want to start, maybe real quick, Daphne, just give a quick introduction of yourself, how long you've been in the tax industry for, kind of like what your experience was, and we'll take it from there.
Okay, well, I've been doing taxes for now 17 years, so over 15 years experience. I seen the ad for other service bureaus, and then I ended up reaching out to some of my quote unquote tax friends to learn more about how do they own their own software. So I continue seeing my tax friends selling their own software. So I ended up reaching out to this particular dude. He was I would say a little bit close to me, but then he told me when I was asking him about the software program that I had to do like 8,000 or something. I'd had to have like a volume of like 8,000 or something like that in order to start selling software. So to be honest, I end up going to TaxSlayer, Crosslink, and the actual big brands, and then the prices wasn't matching what I was supposed to be getting. So then I finally seen you guys ad pop up. I joined one of your live, what is it, Q and
The
one-on-one
webinars, yeah.
The
webinars,
yeah.
yeah. So I joined the live webinar. Ended up doing a one-on-one. I want to say it was with you.
It was
With one of y'all voices. Y'all sound familiar.
It was with me.
Yes. So I did
You signed up the year that I was still doing a lot of those calls.
that.
So,
I 2 years ago.
You just finished your third tax season with us.
This is my third season.
Yeah, the first season was just you doing your own shit. You didn't sell any software yet, but
Yeah, I know that for a fact. Like the first year, I didn't do nothing.
well, we'll get there. We'll get there. But yeah, you did your call with. I remember you did your call with me.
And that's 100% correct. The first year I just did software, because I kind of came in late. I signed up in like November, December, somewhere whatever. So I didn't market. I didn't really try. I just had to kind of jump into tax season. So the next year I was like, okay, let me give it a shot. And then I joined the was it Teacher in a Box or something like that?
The Biz in a Box.
Biz-
Yeah, so when we had the paths. Yeah.
Yeah, there was something
yeah.
like that in a box. So I ended up joining that, and I was like, okay, so I guess I need to start teaching people because you guys were like, oh, provide value. So, okay, so I had to get on the internet and start letting people know that, hey, I'm selling software, and if you need training, whatever, blah blah blah, bring it on over. So my first year, I sold maybe, I know it was less than 10. I know it was less than 10, but again, I was mainly focused on doing taxes. So last year I was like, okay, I'm gonna give this a real this season. I was like, okay, I'm gonna give it a real shot. I'm gonna stop playing. I'm really do it because I want to say last year my payout was like what 40,000 or something like that, and then I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember the lady name, but her name starts with an L. I know it's spelled like LEI, something like that.
Lisa.
That it's like LEI
Yeah.
G or something. I don't know how her name.
just Lisa. It's just a 7-letter Lisa.
Okay, so I'm not gonna lie. I seen Lisa, and I seen her offer that she was doing, and then she finally showed her numbers. So I was like, she got me fucked up. Like this lady really out here. She don't file no taxes. She stays 100% safe. Everything is clean, and all she does is wait for the money to roll in. okay, well, if she could do it, I could do it. So I pushed a little bit harder or whatever this year. And I know this year, your girl got her a nice little payout coming out because I've been watching the numbers. But that was pretty much it. But I will not lie. It was when Lisa posted her numbers that I was like, okay, let me take this a little bit more serious and try to see what can happen. And that's what happened with last year, my little $40,000 payout. Also with this year. So this year moving forward, I actually start doing my promotions next month, which is in June, this is the earliest I've ever started. But the same way she be posting them 10,000 things. This year my goal was 1,000. I know I didn't make it to the full goal of 1,000, but I don't know. There's still time. But anyways, this year my goal was 1,000. This upcoming year, my goal is going to be 10,000 because I'm pretty sure it took her a couple of years to like build up her momentum and just be serious about it. That's what it all comes down to. Because I have the same goal. I no longer want to do taxes, so I just want to sell software and collect my little money on the back end.
Yeah, and everyone starts at different. Like people have a different network, have a different starting point. So yeah, everyone's got their own kind of path that they go down that. And you're not too far off. You won't hit the 1,000 because it's not that it wasn't transmit. It's just not funded.
Not that part.
That's the part, right? And the only thing that matters is the funded.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, you hit volume incentives this year. You more than doubled, or you about doubled your numbers.
Yeah, I'm real proud of that. But my goal was the full 1,000. But I almost made it, but almost doesn't count.
Yeah. But I mean, the even just, I was looking at that too, like doubling the business year over year. Like even if you just continue doing that, like that just, it gets to the point where when you're doubling, it's like tens of thousands of products that you're adding to your business every year because it just compounds, right? So it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. But obviously, I mean, shoot for the stars, right? Next season, do the 10,000 for sure. Yeah.
All it is consistency. So tell us a bit about, so what was that change? Obviously, yeah, all right. You saw somebody else do it and you're like, well, if they can do it, I know I could do it.
Correct.
So what was like your process? Like, all right, well, what did you go out and do? Like, how did you go and get more clients? What were the steps that you followed? In vague terms, like doesn't have to be specifics, but as much details as you want to give us.
To be honest, I went back into the Service Bureau Accelerator group. I seen everybody that was excelling. I went to their pages. I found their accounts where they were doing their promotions. And I didn't copy them verbatim, but I took their ideas and I pushed them on my side. Then I ended up having to go back and rewatch because I don't know if you remember, I had sent you a message saying that I need the Facebook advertising class again. So I end up following what was in that particular class step by step. I did it exactly how you showed how to do it, and then I just pushed it through. So that's just literally what I did.
You just ran ads.
Yeah, I copied everybody else. I rinsed and repeat.
That's day 7 of the 7-day launch now. The rinse and repeat. That's it.
That was it. I mean, there's no special razzle dazzle to it. No, none of that.
You put in the work though, right? Like that's what it comes down to. Like we mention that all the time where it's like, look, it's there's nothing secret, right? Like our training, it's like literally here's the blueprint. You literally just have to do it. So it's awesome, right? You did it and yeah, you grew.
Now, the one thing I will say that I'm going to do different this year is I'm going to be doing those free webinars that y'all recommend. Now, this will be my first year doing that because I'm very shy and I don't like to be on camera.
You're on here now.
Yeah, I don't even want to be on here.
Ooh, question for you though, Daphne. When you watched our live webinars, were we on camera?
No,
we were not. We don't do them on camera.
No, you was
there you
not.
Go.
It was a whole screen.
Exactly. So neither do you. You don't have to be on camera either.
Yeah, and then with the live webinar class that y'all actually give the breakdown of what to basically say. Now, I'm not gonna lie too. When I did my calls, the call list that you guys provided, I tweaked it to
the scripts. You mean?
The call script.
What is it?
The call scripts.
Yeah, the call
the conversation.
Script.
Yeah,
I did use your call script. Now I tweaked it and removed sections because I know that I remember you saying something in the class about it should be so many minutes or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't have as much of attention span as y'all do, so I had to get that call script down to like 5 minutes.
Yeah. So the discovery call, it's 15 to 20 minutes typically. Right. So yeah, you could always trim it down where you trim it down, but where it ends up helping in the long term is as you're speaking to more and more people who have no clue who you are, right? Just think about like you signing up with us. There was a whole bunch of steps involved in that, right? You spoke to other people, then you spoke to seen our thing, then you spoke to us, then you signed up. That conversation, that discovery conversation and how it's structured, it helps you uncover a lot of things to help you close more deals later on. Right. So if you're looking at it's like, hey, and this is something that we're going to talk about in the elite training that you're invited to, right? On those follow-up steps, you have all this information from these people. When you start looking at, hey, out of every 10 people I speak to, I close one. Well, how do I get that from being instead of closing one every 10, I'm closing 3 or 4 every 10. And that's what those things become more important. Right. So like if you're running ads and you're having conversations and you're closing deals here and there, that's fine. But those incremental percentage points on closing from 1 to 3 add up so much more than spending money on ads. Like we'll show you numbers. Or like if you come to the convention, we'll probably talk about this, or in some of the trainings we do at Elite, we'll talk about these. We'll show you how those incremental percentage points actually mean tens of thousands, not hundreds of thousands of more dollars for you. So that becomes a bigger focus. And that's when that becomes really important.
Okay.
But yeah, it's good that you used it because it's a good starting point. A lot of times, you know what happens? People, they're not comfortable on the phone, right? You don't really know what to say. It's the first time selling this stuff. You're maybe a little bit here and there, but at least it gives you that framework, that starting point on, all right, cool. This is how this conversation should go. And later on, I could tweak how to get them to buy, right? That's a whole other step of the training. But so you're going to jump into the webinars. So webinars are good. Strategy, simple, run ads to webinars. What's going to be most important in the webinar strategy is the follow-up. The follow-up because there's going to be, out of every webinar we run, there's 30% of the people show up. 70% of the people don't show up. So now you have to get those 70% of the people to get back onto it. So it's a lot of follow-up. So I would definitely recommend you hire for that. Hire for the follow-up.
Which we'll also be talking about in SB Elite.
Which we'll also be talking about in SB Elite. Yeah.
The virtual assistant.
Yeah.
That's the simplest first hire for sure.
Okay.
Awesome. So a couple of other questions I had for you, Daphne, because like so one thing that we hear a lot from people, whether they're looking at joining Service Bureau Accelerator or they've had software in the past, is a lot of like support challenges when they're like in tax season and they're trying to, get stuff done either in their own office or if they're, a reseller, if they're a service bureau, is getting the help that they need when they need it. I was just curious, like what's been your experience with our program, like as far as support goes? So like if you have questions or if you have a challenge or you've got like some tech issues, you got to reach out to us.
Yes, I've used support, and my EROs have used support. The only big issue that they ever have is the compatibility with MacBook. But other than that, everything else is pretty much straightforward. When they call on the phone, everything goes well. They do dislike the fact that they'll have to go, to another computer or whatever in order to use the software when the software feels like it doesn't want to be software.
Have you used our what about like you and using our ticketing system? Have you used like your support with us?
Yeah.
Have you used that a lot? I mean, I've seen your name pop up here and there.
Here and there because I don't never really need nothing. But yeah, I've used it. You guys normally, if y'all don't get back to me the same day, it's the next day. It's I can't even say 24 hours. I'm gonna say it's like 12 hours. Somebody's gonna say something.
That's good. That's what we aim for. We're trying to be as fast as possible on the support.
Yeah,
it's just
especially during season when people are panicking.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, it's when it's all hands on deck. Even I jump into support during the tax season and help out. It's good.
Oh, okay.
So Daphne, how many EROs are you currently at?
No,
you don't know.
20-something.
20-something. Goal for
30?
next year?
Huh?
Goal for next year?
100.
Okay.
30 EROs. Nice.
That's the goal.
We're gonna mark that. We're gonna have to hold you to that one.
That's the goal. I mean, all my EROs this year are renewing. That's for sure.
Nice.
And then next year's goal is to do the number I keep everybody that I had last year and add another 100.
Yeah. You'll find that once you kind of get that acquisition engine going, even if a couple drop off, you sign up 100 more, you lose 5. It's not a big deal.
It's not a big deal. I know.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal at the end of the day.
Yeah. That's awesome. And yeah, and another thing too is like you've already got the blueprint, right? Because like you did it last year, so like you know what needs to be done, which is amazing. Right? And now all you have to do is just like turn the campaigns back on and
Yeah.
Keep going.
just dial it in and keep
One thing
going.
I
Yeah.
will say, and a mistake a lot of people make, and I don't want you to make it, is you have a strategy of like, hey, I'm gonna go and do some webinars, right?
Okay.
So when you launch that, that doesn't mean not to do what you did to get you to where you are. So you
Okay.
never launch a new thing and
And that's
bank all of
continue.
it, right? And
Okay.
so that's like a philosophy that we've been living by since we launched like ESM back in the days. It's like if it's working, we don't stop it, but we'll try other things, but we'll never stop what's working. And a mistake I see a lot of people make, especially people over the past few years, is they'll do well and then they'll try a whole other different thing, but not even keep doing the thing that was working. So when you go to launch the same shit that you launched before, get that going, and then start playing with the webinars and stuff like that, because it will take you time to dial it in and you don't want to slow down something that you know works. So just
Okay.
keep doing that and then add in the webinars and phase that in. And once it performs equally as good, then you could just cut the other one.
So basically have two promotions going on at the same time.
Well, I
Two
mean,
different type of campaigns.
a webinar is two different type of campaigns, right? It's you're selling the same thing, right? Like on either one, you're selling the same thing. It's just a different way to get the message out there or speak to the masses, right? So webinars one to many. So don't stop doing the other shit, because that other shit got you to where you are, and it's probably you have a pipeline of people there too that I'm sure didn't buy yet, that didn't buy last year. So you can start reaching out to those people and invite them to the webinar, kind of feed it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But when you launch the webinar, don't not launch the other thing that you know works. Like do that too.
For the people from last year, so should I call them or just send them an email?
I would call them, because email open rates are going to be 10 to 20%. So you might as well be calling them, get them on the phone and all that. Yeah.
I'm going to suggest do all of it.
Yeah,
Set up a email,
text, and phone.
Put a little
Right.
drip campaign, email, text every week or two, and then
And
call
there's
as well.
going to be
behind it.
one important thing too to remember when you're reaching out to these people. You'll probably remember what you're reaching out to them about because it's your business, but they don't know who the fuck you are. They didn't remember you. They're not going to know anything about what they signed up for. So you need to give them a reminder. So something like, hey, you signed up for XYZ software promo last year. There's a couple of changes coming this year. When's a good time for us to hop on a call to see if it's something that may be a better fit for you this year?
Okay.
Right? You got to give them a reminder of what they signed up for, what they inquired about, because they're not going to remember.
Okay.
I'm all tapped out of ideas.
Yeah, no, that's good stuff. I guess, I mean, that's, we went over a lot of information there about kind of, how you got started and everything. I would say maybe like two questions for you, Daphne, just before we wrap up the call. First question was there anything, like, I don't know if you can remember back to it, but like, was there anything specific about the Service Bureau Accelerator, like about our program, that made you decide to move forward? Like, was there anything specific that you can recall, or was it kind of just the deal that we had available?
No renewal fees.
No
And
renewal fees.
and I do the same thing with the software. No renewal fees. You pay a one-time fee, and here you are.
Oh,
It's good for retention, right?
Yeah.
That's
honest.
Yeah.
she also had me on her sales calls.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, other than talking to Baldeep, other than him. Cool. And then final question for you, Daphne, would be like, what would you say if there's someone who's kind of like, they've been looking around, because obviously kind of a self-inflicted wound that we've been dealing with is like so many more people know about service bureaus today, right? Like when we launched, it was kind of hush hush.
Yeah, she
like
said it before. You need 8,000 products. All the stuff we heard about, nobody wanted to tell you about it.
Yeah.
You were exactly like the type of person we're speaking to at that point.
And so now there's the scenario where like now kind of everyone knows what a service bureau is and everyone's kind of shopping around. And so like out of, your experience with us, the growth that you've seen, being a part of the community and everything like that, being able to, see what other members are doing as well. What would you say to someone who's kind of like looking at becoming a service bureau? If maybe they're looking at their options or looking at Service Bureau Accelerator, what would you kind of suggest to say to someone who's kind of shopping around?
Well, first of all, like I said, there's no renewal fees. The second thing that I do like most about the Service Bureau is the continued mentorship. Even though it may not be like quote unquote mentorship, I like the fact that I'm able to log in on my own time whenever. If I need to take a class, I can go in the search bar, and I don't I mean, as long as I've already done, of course, all of the pinpoints, I don't have to go through everything step by step. And then even if it is locked, all I have to do is send a ticket. Unlock.
Uh,
True enough.
we gotta talk to the support team about unlocking stuff prematurely.
Let's try to get nobody in trouble.
Good.
So Daphne,
But no, I think my stuff was unlocked because it may have been new for that year.
yeah.
or
So
something like
well, we continually change the training, right? Like the training's been up since you've joined. It's night and
Completely
day.
different.
Like it's
Yeah.
completely different. So
literally.
what happens is, you know, like you mentioned, you already went through the business box path, and like we got rid of paths 2 years ago, right? And because we're like, hey, there's a better way to do this, so we structure a better way. So in scenarios like that, well, we don't want to make you watch a whole bunch of stuff that you may have seen various iterations of. So we just unlock more stuff so you can go find what you need. But yeah. So Daphne, where can people find you? Say somebody's watching this video and they're like, hey, you know what? I just want to continue my journey as an ERO and I want to work with Daphne. Where can we find Daphne?
On Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok as The Real Coach Juice or The Credit Foodie.
The Real Coach Juice.
Mhm.
JUICE.
Yes, sir.
And
Oh,
then
the
the other one
credit-
was the
The
credit
Credit Foodie.
the credit foodie.
Mhm.
All right.
Nice.
Send us that information. We'll make sure it goes in whatever notes wherever we end up putting this up.
Okay.
But yeah, that's all I got on my end. Ross, any final words from you?
No, it's everything. Again, yeah, thanks so much for jumping in, Daphne, to have this little
Okay.
call. I'll have to double check to see if you're already in the elite. I know we sent out some invitations before, but I don't think you were. So I'll shoot out an invitation to you later on today at some point. So just next time you sign into the training platform, just check the notifications. You'll see an invite. Just hop in there. And I think we're gonna have the first call is gonna be, I think the first or second week of, I think it's gonna be second week of June. We're actually gonna do a first elite call. So you'll see all the information posted there.
Alrighty.
Awesome. All right. Well, thanks again for jumping in. Thanks for joining us, Daphne. And yeah, looking forward to the 10K for this for next season. Put
that's
some
the goal.
big numbers on the board.
Yeah.
On the board. All right.
Awesome. All right.
Okay.
Thanks, Daphne.